Good morning, students. My name is Teacher Naini. I'm your teacher in Grade 7 Social Studies. Today, I'm going to discuss to you about the Unit 6, Introduction to History. The first topic is time. And the second topic, what is the difference between the Gregorian calendar and the Buddhist calendar? But before that, we're going to learn about vocabulary words. Let's start. Today, I'm going to teach you about the Unit 6 Introduction to History. Please repeat after me. The first topic is time. Time. And the second topic is Gregorian calendar versus Buddhist calendar. Can you open your social studies book on page number 109 to 112? Before that, we're going to learn the following words. Please repeat after me. Say vocabulary words. First word, time. Time. Second word, say measure. Measure. Third word, say calendar. Calendar. Next word, say abbreviation. Abbreviation. Next word, say BE. BE. BE stands for before Buddha's era. BE. Next word, say AD. AD. AD stands for Anno Domini, meaning in the year of our Lord. Anno Domini. Next word. Please follow after me. Say decade. Decade. Next word. Centuries. Centuries. Next, say millennium. Millennium. Last word, say history. History. Now let's move on to our first topic. Our first topic is time. And what is the definition of time? Please follow after me. What is time? It is the part of existence that is measured in days, years, or this process considered as a whole. One of the most amazing things on planet Earth is time. Despite that we cannot touch, that we cannot see the time, but everyone controlled by time. And what is the importance of time in our daily lives? Follow after me. Importance of time. Letter A. Time helps us to make a good habit, organizing and structuring our daily activities. Every student, every person should know the value of time so we can use it wisely. Second importance of time, letter B. It allows us to understand our past and present events. And that is the reason why we're going to tackle our second topic, The second topic, what is the difference between the Gregorian calendar and the Buddhist calendar? Let's start. What is the Gregorian calendar? Please follow after me. It relates to Christianity. Next, the AD abbreviation is put after the year. The Gregorian calendar uses AD abbreviation. What is the meaning of AD again? AD stands for Anno Domini, meaning in English, in the year of our Lord. Next, it started after Christ's birth. And what is the Buddhist calendar? Repeat after me. The Buddhist calendar originated from Buddhism. First year started after Lord Buddha's death. That was 543 years ahead of the Gregorian calendar. The Buddhist calendar relates to Buddhism, and it started after the Lord Buddha's death. So, it has BE abbreviation. What is the stands for BE? BE meaning before the Buddha's era, and it has 543 years ahead of the Gregorian calendar. And now, let's review the unit of time. Please repeat after me. The unit of time are 10 years is equivalent of 1 decade. And 100 years is equivalent of 1 century. And 1,000 years is equivalent of 1 millennium. And be careful when we talk about century. The century is equivalent of 100 years. For example, the 1400s are known as the 15th century. Again, from 1401 or 1400s to 1500s, it is known as 15th century. Now, in the year 2011, it's known as the 21st century. Because 2011, it is the first year of the third millennium. That's why it is known as 21st century. This diagram demonstrates the two different calendars. As you can see, the upper abbreviation refers to the Buddhist calendar. It has BE abbreviation. BE stands for before the Buddha's era. It is commonly used in Sri Lanka, Cambodia, Myanmar, Laos, and also here in Thailand. It relates to Buddhism. And the lower abbreviation, AD, AD stands for Anno Domini, meaning in the year of our Lord. It relates to Christianity. It is known as Common Era. We have in the Gregorian calendar 100 AD. The Buddhist calendar has 634 BE. And in the Gregorian calendar, we have 1000 AD. And the Buddhist calendar has 5534 years BE. And in the Gregorian calendar, 1000 AD. The Buddhist calendar has 2534 years BE. And 2011 AD, it is the first year of the third millennium. 2011 AD. In the Gregorian 2011 AD, the Buddhist calendar has 2554 BE. And in the next diagram, it refers to Buddhist calendar. It relates to Buddhism. It has 543 years ahead of the Gregorian calendar. As we can see, the upper abbreviation refers to Buddhism, and the lower abbreviation refers to Christianity. It has BC abbreviation. BC stands for before Christ, or before Jesus was born. And the Gregorian calendar has AD abbreviation. It stands for Anno Domini. In the year 443 years in BC in the Gregorian calendar, and in the year 100 BE in the Buddhist calendar, overall it has 543 years BC, or before Christ. And so, in the 457 AD in the Gregorian calendar, the Buddhist calendar has 1000 BE because it has 543 years ahead of the Gregorian calendar. And now we are now in 1457 AD in the Gregorian calendar, and the Buddhist calendar has 2000 BE. And lastly, in the third millennium, which is the 2011 or the 21st century in the Gregorian calendar, the Buddhist calendar has 2554 BE. I hope you understand our topic. And now let's move on to our activity. Activity 1. Please repeat after me. According to the Gregorian calendar, in which century are you born? Number 2. How many years ago was 100 BC? How many years ago was 100 BC? Third question. According to the Gregorian calendar, what millennium are we in now? According to the Gregorian calendar, what millennium are we in now? What is the first year in the third millennium? What year is that? Number 4. Follow after me. According to the Gregorian calendar, when did 15th century start? Next. How many years of difference are there between the Gregorian and Buddhist calendar? Last question, number 6. In the year 2015 AD, what year will it be in BE? And now, let's see the correct answers. Please repeat after me. According to the Gregorian calendar, in which century are you born? Answer: the 21st century or 2011. Number 2. How many years ago was 100 BC? Answer: it has 2,111 years. Number 3. According to the Gregorian calendar, what millennium are we in now? Answer: we are now in the 3rd millennium. We are now in the 3rd millennium. The first year in the 3rd millennium is 2011 or 21st century. Next question. Number 4. According to the Gregorian calendar, when did 15th century start and end? Answer: 1401 to 1500 or 1400s to 1500s. It starts in 15th century or it is known as 15th century. Next question. Follow after me. How many years of difference are there between the Gregorian and Buddhist calendars? Answer: it has 543 years ahead of the Gregorian calendar. And number 6. In the year 2015 AD, what year will it be in BE? Answer: it has 2258 BE. And now, let's move on to our second activity. You're going to complete the table about the Buddhist calendar and the Gregorian calendar. Let's start. First, it relates to, the Buddhist calendar relates to what? How about the Gregorian calendar? Relates to? Next, the first year started. Please follow after me. The first year started. Next, the abbreviation used after the year. What is the abbreviation in the Buddhist calendar? And what is the abbreviation in the Gregorian calendar? And now, let's see the correct answers. Buddhist calendar relates to Buddhism. Buddhism. And the Gregorian calendar relates to Christianity. Christianity. Second, the first year started in the Buddhist calendar is after the Lord Buddha's death. After the Lord Buddha's death. And the Gregorian calendar started after Christ's birth. After Christ's birth. Lastly, the abbreviation used in Buddhist calendar is BE. BE stands for before the Buddha's era. And the Gregorian calendar use AD. AD stands for Anno Domini. In English, in the year of our Lord. And the last question, what is the time gap of the two calendars? Please follow after me. The Buddhist calendar is blank years ahead of the Gregorian calendar. Can you write your answer on the blank? And let's see the correct answer. Please follow after me. The Buddhist calendar is 543 years ahead of the Gregorian calendar. The Buddhist calendar has 543 years ahead than the Gregorian calendar. And that's all. I hope you understand our two topic for today. Thank you for listening and see you again. And that's all for today. Thank you for listening. I hope you learned something. See you again.